Hey guys, Captain Dylan Hubbard here at Hubbard's Marina with a quick fishing report for your weekend outlook. We're behind Hurricane Debby now and things are looking up weather-wise. We can only go one way and that's up. Thankfully, we look to have a beautiful weekend ahead and the week coming up looks even better. We're on the backside of a new moon. That means the tides are going to be slowing down a little bit, but we have a lot of fresh water that have been influx to our back bay and upper bay areas from Hurricane Debby, and that's going to be moving a lot of that fresh water out. So even as the tides slow down, we should still see a pretty good volume of water moving through our back bay waters. Plus, we have some really good conditions coming up on as we move into that full moon about a week and a half from now. So not too much longer, we'll see that water pick up even more. Behind Hurricane Debby though, you can see behind me inside John's Pass, we have a ton of sand. This is absolutely heinous, the amount of sand that has built up behind the storm. This is high tide right now too. Unbelievable, all the erosion that happened along our beautiful beaches and pushed more sand into the pass. Even more area to attract young people to swim and unfortunately have devastating outcomes, as we've seen 3 times already since the state has allocated money to fix this problem. Pretty crazy, but that's a whole nother video. Back to the weather. We're looking at, luckily, some hot conditions, but calm and low sea conditions. So really, as far as the eye can see, the forecast looks back to how it was prior to Debby, which is flat, calm, very little wind. But we have this onshore wind pattern, this west wind. Now it's kind of shifted more southwest. That brings with it a lot of humidity. All that wind blowing across the hot Gulf of Mexico surface brings with it a lot of humidity. So it's hot, it's humid, it's steamy, and there's not much wind or wave action to kind of break that up and give us any reprieve. So make sure you're staying hydrated if you are going to get out there on the water, because it is extremely hot, but weather is looking good. Now, as far as fishing is concerned, offshore, we are doing extremely well. Right ahead of the storm, the bite kind of died off on us a little earlier than expected. We had a little bit of a tough 39-hour trip right before Debby. Backside of Debby, though, fishing has been good. Little bumpy that first trip out, but the fish cooperated well. We're excited to get out there today. We've got a super light load, only 21 people on this Friday 39-hour trip, and the fishing should be out of this world. Weather has calmed down, seas have calmed down, super light load, and the fish are just gonna be chewing the bottom out of the boat, I bet. So tune in Sunday morning to see that big old pile of fish. Also, on top of that, we've got our 12-hour night snapper, which has been doing extremely well going out tonight with the super light load. We've got tons of more 39 hours and 12-hour extremes before the end of red snapper season with super light loads. So you get the trend here. Lots of room, lots of great fish to catch. We not only have red snapper open until end of day August 27th, but we also now have triggerfish open. We've got scamp grouper, mangrove snapper, yellowtail snapper, lots of porgies, almacos, vermilions. Fishing is going extremely well offshore. Plus, we've got a lot of pelagic action. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of mahi-mahi, a handful of cobia, a handful of blackfin tuna, and also the occasional sailfish has been around too. So that's pretty exciting. Then near shore, we've been doing real well, seeing some big mangrove snapper on those near shore 10-hour trips, seeing some nice lane snapper action, plenty of heads and tails. Inshore right now, fishing's a little bit tough. You can see behind me, you might be able to see behind me, maybe a little bit better over here. You can see the color of the water is not great. It looks kind of brownish, and that is pretty much the standard around the area right now, this dark brown, almost river looking water. And that is because all that fresh water influx to our estuary, as that fresh water mixes with the salt water, we get this terrible brown looking colored water. And that's making things a little bit difficult inshore. Those fish are in a little bit of shock with that low salinity level. Also the big rapid change in water temperature. Plus we have a little bit of water quality concerns in the bay right now. Behind that storm, Tropical Storm Debby, a lot of stuff got dumped. So inshore right now, fishing is definitely a little bit tough. We have to wait for things to kind of stabilize and come back to normal, meaning We have to wait for the wind to calm down, the seas to calm down, and also that water clarity to kind of stabilize. And right now it is not looking stable at all. The other day I came down here with my son, and we use a little sabiki rig, little small gold hooks, and a small piece of shrimp. Generally it's like 35 seconds before you get nailed and get a bunch of bites from at least a pinfish. 2 days in a row, kids fishing on the dock, even with those small hooks, small pieces of bait, you literally can't even lose a shrimp. That is not a good sign. So inshore fishing is tough right now. Got to wait for that water to calm down and also to clear up. Near shore, we're doing a little bit better if we're able to get out there past them. Right behind Debby, it was a little bit tough, but you're able to get past it on that 10-hour all day. They've been doing well. So get out and go fishing, enjoy lighter loads. Kids are going back to school now, so tons of room around all the trips. A lot of good opportunities to get out there on the water, catch fish, enjoy some dolphin tours, island trips. We've got it all here at Hubbard's Marina. And now that the kids are back to school, there's tons of room around on the boat. So it's even more so during the week. So if you have the opportunity to join us, now is a great time. You locals, drive market, if you're able to get down here and enjoy the lighter loads and still great fishing and fun in the sun. Y'all have a great day. Don't forget Sunday night's live stream show every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. for a chance to win free stuff. Don't forget Final Friday, every last Friday of every month. Our Saturday morning Real Animals radio show from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and our Friday morning news segments. Join us for all that. Don't forget to check us out on all our social media channels, and hopefully we'll see you out in the water, because if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy.